welcome and thank you for joining me today. So standard's basically done. I mean, in real life it is done. Magic Online have to wait one more week. And I was going to record with a deck, but obviously it doesn't matter because it's already gone. And no one wants to watch old standard when we can see sweet shadows stuff like happening in real life already. So I'm going to do a Coldsnap draft. And I didn't do this draft too much in real life when it was first out. Uh, you can still do Ravnica block drafts like at my shop. We like that a lot better. So we didn't do too much. I got a little experience, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, let's look at our first pack here. So Coldsnap's kind of like a Oath the Gatewatch, where there's snow mana, but no cards cost snow mana. There's some activations. Like for example, this 5 mana 3/2 flyer can get first strike for snow mana. This 3/4 for 3 can untap for 1 in a snow mana when it normally doesn't untap. So you have to like draft snow lands or snow mana sources to make that work. So in this pack, there's Phyrexian Etchings. That's like a take on Necropotence, and you don't want this limit. It's just gonna kill you. And Flash Freeze is good, obviously, like good card in real life. But we are gonna take the Phyrexian Ironfoot, just a 3/4 for 3, just so much bigger. You see stuff like 6 mana 4/4s, and that's obviously big, but it's 6 mana. And then we have like Zombie Mushers, it's 4 mana 2/3, and then 3 mana 2/1. And then there's like some build arounds because this set was a small set that was drafted by itself. So Ripple allows you to play spells off the top of your deck with the same name. So you draft like all the Surging Aethers. You play one Surging Aether, you get all the Surging Aethers. Then there's cards that are bigger for each other. Like this one, it's got bigger for illusions in play. It's an illusion, so you just draft all those you see, and they're just bigger. All right, so but we took the Ironfoot because that's the most powerful card. In this pack, Jotun Owlkeeper is pretty good. It's a 3/3 for 3. Has cumulative upkeep, so every turn you have to pay white or blue, and then next turn 2 white or blue, and then so on and so forth. And that was like originally from Ice Age, so they brought that back for Coldsnap. But they made a cycle of creatures that when they die, you get an effect based off how many age counters it had, so how many times you paid the upkeep. So this one gives you 1/1 birds with flying, so that's really good actually. So we might take that. Another potential is White Shield Crusader. It's super white. It's even more white like this. It has 2/1 protection from black for 2 white. Can give it flying. And you can has like fire breathing. It's either that or the Owlkeeper. I think the Owlkeeper's a little bit better. So we gotta be mindful of drafting snow mana. So there's like uncommon dual lands. Anything that's a snow source adds snow mana. Like Boreal Druid's colorless, or adds colorless, but it's a snow creature, so it adds snow colorless. We'll take the Owlkeeper. See what happens from there. Alright, so it's early enough. If you want to, here's Surging Sentinels. It's a 2/1 first strike for 3 with Ripple. So when you play, you reveal the top 4 cards of your library. If there's another Surging Sentinels, you get to cast it, and then that one triggers Ripple. So you just keep going and going. That's a little bit of one of the better ones. Like Surging Aether is not that great. It's okay. I think that's probably our pick here. Swift Maneuver is okay. There's delayed cantrips in this set, so it's prevent 2 damage, and they draw a card next upkeep. Resize is fine. It gives a creature +3/+3, then one of your creatures dies. You can pay 2 mana to get from your graveyard back to your hand, and if you didn't, exile it. So that's not bad. But let's see if we can get a Surging Sentinels deck going on. So basically now we're just going to try to commit to whenever we see a Surging Sentinels, we're going to pick it. Alright, this pack doesn't have any of those. It has cover one shot. Let's see if I remember what this does. Cumulative upkeep snow. So this one's really hard to keep alive. Because you have to draft all your snow sources. And then if a creature would deal combat damage to you and or one of your creatures, prevent exit or X number of age counters. So the number of times you pay the upkeep. And then you can pay a snow to give it another age counter. That's not that good. Here's another Ripple card, Surging Might. Gives a creature +2/+2. There's Boreal Griffin, we saw earlier. That one's okay. Grim Harvest is really good and constructed. You can combo with Mole Drifter. It returns a creature from the graveyard to your hand, and it has recover. So you like Mole Drifter, evoke, get it back, like get back the Grim Harvest, play Grim Harvest on the Mole Drifter, evoke. Like very slow but very sweet. Greater Stone Spirit's is okay. I think we'll just take the Boreal Griffin. It's not that bad. Good taking the Snow Covered Island. Alright, so this pack has a couple of sweet ones. It has Chills to the Bone, which destroys a non-snow creature. It's the Dark Banishing or Doomblade of the set. It's not that bad. There's a Simian Brawler. It's a 3/3 for 4. You can discard a land to pump it. Here's the red version of Juleston Owlkeeper. It's a 2/2 trample that gets bigger for each age counter on it. Earth and Goo. There's Wind Task Mage. It's a tapper, but it only works if you have 4 or more snow permanents. So like you drop the snow lands, random things are snow, like that. These aren't snow. So I think we're just gonna take the Chill to the Bone. It's okay. Kills like half the stuff in the set. Ooh, here's a good one. We could have our 3rd Surge and 8th pack one. Your sign, Filja. Oh, wow, that's a mouthful. It's a 3/3 for 5, but basically it's a 3/6 because it comes into play with 3 or 4. So it's a 3/7. 4 healing counters. You move a healing counter to run damage to it, and then you can pay 3 mana, put a healing counter back on it. Boreal Center is pretty good too. It's a 2/2 for 2. That once a turn you can pay a snow to give it +1/+1. That's not bad. I think we'll take the Polar Bear. Or Snow Cover Swamp too. Ooh. Alright. Here's I think one of the best cards in the set is a Juniper Order Ranger. It's a 2/4 for 5, but whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, both the Ranger and that creature get +1/+1 counter. So this card's just insane. The removal's pretty bad. You can get Chill to the Bones. There's like a lot of kill small creatures or deal a couple damage. This card can just take over a game, so we're gonna take that. So we might be like Abzan. Ooh, perfect. We picked up a dual Snowland. Simian Brawlers are like fine, but we do have a couple snow like we have 2 snow activations already, and we definitely want to keep the Ironfoot on tap. Yeah, not missing out much. Brawler's fine. This can always like even if we just end up having to splash the Ranger, if black's more open, or even if we just end up splashing Chill to the Bone or not, we'll have to see. So in this pack, this guy's a lot better with damage on the stack. You can sacrifice creatures to ping stuff. So like you block damage on the stack, where your creature would die anyways. You'd sack it to deal 1 more damage somewhere else. Yeah, Foil Flash is pretty sweet, but like we might play Swift Maneuver. It's not terrible. Definitely the most playable card for us out of that pack. And this one, Rite of Flame. It's funny to see like these cards from older sets that are just banned in Modern. It's 1 red adds 2 red, and if with the theme of there's cards that got better for each one of them in your graveyard, so it was a better ritual for each Rite of Flame in your graveyard. Not good in Limited, but it was fine in Constructed. It's banned in Modern. We'll take down the Boreal Griffin. They got a lot of 5-drops. Might not play both the Griffins. It was like the only white card or green card. So Vanish into Memory was like a design, like a community design card where the picture was chosen first. So it blinks a creature, then you draw cards equal to its power, and it comes back and you discard cards equal to its toughness. Not that good. We can pick Sound the Call. It's a 3 mana 2/2. It makes a 2/2, or it makes a 1/1 wolf that gets +1/+1 for each of Sound the Calls in your graveyard. So another card that gets better for each one you played before it. Not that great, just definitely like it's just a filler card. We're pretty happy to see like Boreal Druids. We saw one earlier and it didn't come back, I don't think. If you end up being green, that is. A lot playable so far, is pretty good. Didn't see any more Surgeon Sentinels, but cut off white pretty good. We also didn't see white like later into the pack. We'll just take the white card, Martyr of Sands. Goblin Furrier is okay. It's a 2/2 for 2 that prevents. It doesn't deal damage to snow creatures, and then there's a 1/1 generator for 1. I'll pick the Martyr. Like we have a lot of white cards and might be relevant against like a beatdown deck. All these red cards. We'll take the Blood Painter. Yeah, this card is definitely a lot better than it is now back in the day. Both these cards are terrible. There's a Cycle of Martyrs, not just Martyr of Sands. This one exiles cards from graveyards. This is the Recover card that gains life. So when a creature dies, you can pay 2 mana to get it back to your hand. Not really what you'd ever want to play. And the last pick is the Blue Martyr. Actually, seen some people play this like in Legacy. It sacks to counter spell for each blue card. Once they pay 1 for each blue card in your hand. Yeah, I'll put that on our sideboard. So our deck's pretty fine. We didn't really get like one removal spell we might play. Some solid creatures. 3 power flyers for 5. Very solid. And we got 1 Surgeon Sentinel, so we'll see how that goes. Obviously, like those get so much worse when everyone's trying to draft that kind of stuff. Okay, this pack has 2 really good cards. We'll scroll down to the card is the bottom Thermopod. So it has Arctic Neshoba. Comes with upkeep of green or white. It's a 6/6 trample for 6. So it's big, it's great, and it's you're never gonna not pay it by the time they'd probably die. But when it does die, you get 2 life for each age counter on it. So that's really good. Another card is Diamond Fairy. It's 5 mana, 3/3 flyer. It costs 2 in Bant, so 2 white, green, blue. It's hard to cast. We're not really there yet, so we might not pick it. But you tap 1 in a snow, give your snow creatures +1/+1 until end of turn, and it's a snow creature itself. So the card's really powerful. You can cast it. Let's do that and then Neshoba. I think the Neshoba is a safer bet. It's just really powerful, just big. Like it's the biggest thing in the set. Like if you're playing like 5 mana 3/3s and 5 mana 3/2s, and this is just a 6 mana 6/6. So yeah, we're gonna take that. A little bit more guaranteed to play that. All right. So another Surgeon Aether. Probably should pick this Bull Aurochs. We don't have any 2-drops yet. It's fine. It's a 2/1 trample for 2. And when it attacks, it's +0 for each other attacking Auroch. Nothing else is that interesting. You can play like off-colored Snowlands, but kind of sucky. We could take Frost Marsh. We'll just take this. This is okay. I don't want a 3rd Boreal Griffin, and I'm not going to play Surging Mites, I don't believe. Alright, so here's a Surging Flame. It's pretty good. It's a 2 mana shock with a ripple. There's a Snow-Covered Plains. The Steam Spitter is really good, actually. It's a 1/5 reach for 5 with fire breathing. Frostweb Spider's not bad. It's a 1/3 flyer or 1/3 with reach for 3, so it's kind of dorky, but when it blocks creatures flying, it gets a +1/+1 counter end of combat. It's not terrible. Ronin Hulk's pretty bad, 5/6 for 5, protection from snow, cumulative upkeep. Here's the most confusing card ever. It's Moldovan Warlord, 4 mana, 3/2. Tap, remove target blocking creature from combat. Creatures it was blocking. Creatures it was blocking that hadn't become blocked by another creature this combat become unblocked. Then it blocks an attacking creature of your choice. Activate this only during your declare blocker step. So I think we're gonna take this Plains. I just want to make sure that the Spider's okay. Alright, so there's a couple cards in this pack. Allosaurus Riders. There's also like a lot of cycles in this set. A lot of homages to Ice Age. So there's like a cycle of cards you'd cast by exiling 2 cards of their color from your hand instead of paying its mana cost. This is the green one, and it was power tested real number of lands you control +1. So if you have 2 lands, it's a 3/3, and you can exile 2 green cards to cast it. So it's okay. Sometimes you just like lose to it. It sucks. We're gonna take this Gelid Shackles though. It's 1 white, enchant creature can't block, and its activated abilities can't be activated, and it can pay snow mana so it can't attack. So now we've got to make sure we play to have like, probably want like 4 or 5 snow sources, because if you can play this and they can still attack with it, it's pretty bad. Okay, so a couple of like 2/2s for 2 with marginal abilities. The black version of the White Knight we saw from first pack. Glacial Worm's a 9/5 trample for 7. You can cast it when you search the library. There's a Frostweb Spider, that's okay. We'll just take another land. Like this kind of stuff go late usually. I'm not missing out on much. Alright, we'll take a Simian Brawler. Just a fine filler playable. Here's another crazy card. You want to upkeep flip a coin. When a flip, it deals 1 damage to your choice, and when you lose a flip, your opponent deals 1 damage with their choice. So yeah, a lot of coin flips. We'll just take the Brawler, and we're gonna brawl. cards we could potentially take. There's Into the North, which is a rampant growth, but only for snow lands. So it fixes our mana if we get us like a snow-covered swamp, but if not, it doesn't do that. I think we're gonna take Orion Rimhorn Aurochs. It's a 3/3 trample for 5. When it attacks, it's bigger, just like the Bull Auroch. But you can pay 2 and a snow to force a block. Not even on him, on any creature has to block any other creature, so it's not bad. Once again, lost 5 drops, but I think it's better than Into the North. Especially we don't have a snow-covered swamp yet. It's a lot of seeing Surging Sentinels. It's unfortunate. But, like, you can never just get all of them of the Ripple cards. It's really great, but that's really hard to do. Okay, so there's another Auroch. It's Auroch Herd, and when you play, you can get another Auroch card. It's a 4-mana. It's a 6-mana 4/4 trample, and it gets bigger when it attacks. I think we're just gonna pick the 2-drop. Like, we have a bunch of high-end stuff, and there's like enchantments, like shackles and random stuff. So it's definitely has some utility. So our deck's looking fine. One thing like I wish we can get in the third pack. There's a 1/1 flyer for 1 in the white. I don't remember what it's called, but you can pay a white and tap it to tap target creature. So it's really solid. They don't make like 2-mana tappers hardly ever anymore. It's just really powerful effect. Alright, and this pack has nothing for us. We're gonna take this Phobian Phantasm. 3/3 Flying Fear for 3. Cumulative keep it black. I don't think it's that great, but you can randomly just lose this card. It's hard to deal with. You can't block fear creatures. We can never block this card. So yeah, take that. In this pack, there's another Broiler Griffin, and that's like the only card we could potentially play. It's fine. We'll just put that into our sideboard. We can go crazy and just have the Martyr Sands deck. This is all Martyr Sands all the time. Okay, so we got a card we want. Came back, the Frostweb Spider. Steam Spitter's fine, but we had like a lot of 5-drops, and we're not gonna be able to pump it, so we'll just take this the 3-drop Spider. Warcry is okay. You can like try to force an aggro deck and just pick up every Warcry you see. People are not gonna take them, so it pumps your team for X+1 or X number of Warcries in your graveyard. So we'll take the Spider. I'm happy to get that back. I think we took a snow-covered land over that. Like, in Oath, there's like a ton of colorless sources in addition to waste, so it was easy to get colorless sources, but I feel like it's fairly hard to get snow-covered sources. Just on Grunt's too hard to keep alive. You can also put 2 cards from a grave on the bottom of its owner's library to really like see play. We'll just put that on our sideboard. We didn't see another Sal in the call either. That card's not really like a high pick, the one that makes the wolves, so that's really interesting. Probably just the luck of the packs. Alright, so we're going to take this Plain Glacial Worm. I don't actually think it's playable. It seems really hard to... I mean, it's a 7-mana 9/5, so it's really big, but it trades down often. These other cards aren't really cards. This is the black card is the black card with Ripple. It makes them discard a card. So it's a potential like Mind Twist for 2. And just you make them discard card, Ripple, hit another one, make them discard card, and just make them do it like 5 times. Okay, I'll just put this life gain card into our sideboard. Yeah, so our deck's looking fine. Just got flying creatures. We have like a Swift Maneuver for a combat trick, a Shackles for removal. Juniper Order Ranger and Arctic Nishoba are just fantastic cards. We might still splash this Chill to the Bone. We'll have to see. Icefall is just to demolish with recover, so you can get it back when your creature dies. Not that good. Okay, so in this pack, there's Squall Drifter, which is the card I'm talking about that I really wanted to open. There's Simian Brawler, there's Rite of Flame, 2 Phobian Phantasms, but lucky for us, we opened a Dark Depths, and that's really expensive, and that's one of the reasons why you draft Coldsnap or sets like this. You're just really looking to open a Dark Depths or Counterbalance in this set. So yeah, we're just going to take that, put it on our sideboard. You can play it. I played against it like this week, and it's not that good. It comes in play with like 10 ice counters, and there's no way to cheat off the ice counters in this limited format, so you have to pay 3 mana to remove a ice counter, and when all ice counters dies, you get a 20/20 black indestructible flying Mirage, which isn't that good. Like, there's a couple tappers, and there's a couple things like shackles. So unfortunately, we have to pass the Squall Drifter, but we get to take this Dark Depths and put it into our sideboard. Ooh, okay. Ooh, there's some really good ones in this pack. There's Vaccine Sphinx. It's okay. It's a 4/4 flyer for 3. You can also keep a discard card. So first turn discard 1, then 2, then 3. But when it dies, you get to draw a card for each age counter on it. So you never get all your cards back, but you get some. There's Kajoran Gargoyle. It's a 3/3 flying first strike lifelink. That's good. It's a 6-drop, and we have some expensive cards. There's a Boreal Centaur. I think we're gonna take that. This card's just really good. Just being a 2/2 that can attack for 3, and like you can see, like a lot of the stuff small, a lot of 2/2s, 2/1s. This can get in there for a while. And it's just a good blocker. Yeah, so it's close. It's between these two. I think we're gonna take the Centaur though, just because we have so many high drops already. And this pack has Steam Splitter is great. Can't play it obviously. Dude, so many Surging Aethers. So if we had chosen to be on Surging Aether instead of trying to do Surging Sentinels, we could have had a bunch. But like even then, it's just okay. So we'll take another Centaur. More 2/2s for 2. Deathmark's like, this is actually a really good sideboard card. It's gonna be great against us. You can like almost main deck in this format. I don't know. Like, it's not the worst. It's definitely great against us. We'll put this second Centaur on our sideboard though. Ooh, so we have two choices. We can take the Snow-Covered Swamp. So if we see it into the north, it makes it better. Makes it mana fixing. I think I'm gonna just take the Boreal Druid. Ramp is going to be good. We have several 3-drops. We have a bunch of 5-drops. Here's the blue version of the card where it has an effect when it dies, but it's you lose 2 life because it's a control magic. If they keep to pay alive, and when the Whispers dies, you lose 2 life for each age counter. So it's pretty brutal, but hopefully it doesn't. You don't lose that many. But it's not that bad. This probably shouldn't be in here still. We'll take the Druid. Be fine with it. So if we've taken the Swamp, here's into the north to go with it, but we can just put the Chill to the Bones to the sideboard. It's not that big a deal. We're just gonna be a good like beat down green deck. So in this, there's actually a good 4-drop, a 4/4 for 4. It says beginning of each end step, each player gains control of all non-token permanents they own. So it counters the control magic we saw in the last pack. It's either that or another Boreal Druid. I think I like having 2 Boreal Druids. This is so good though, just being a 4/4 for 4. See, like, so we have 2 Centaurs, we have 2 Griffins, we have the Ironfoot that require snow, also the Aurochs. I'll take the Druid. Might regret that. Being a 4/4 for 4 is just so big in these older formats. So big. Let's see if that comes back to bite us. Alright, here we go. There's another spider. I think we're gonna take Compulsion Yeti. Just kind of big. It's a 3/4 for 4. That has a random upside. There's a cycle of like hate cards like Flash Freeze and Deathmark. The green one was a 3/4 for 4 that blue and black spells can't target it. Either that or a spider. I think this is better. We'll just pick that. So like we could play Dark Depths if we were short on playables. It wouldn't count as a land, you just count it as a spell because it doesn't actually add mana. If it had mana, it would actually be pretty insane. Oh, dang it. So there's another Boreal Druid. Kind of wish we had the 4/4 for 4, but we didn't see that one from pack 2 come back. This one's really late. What pick is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. The 7th pick. Yeah, well, I think we're going to play all 3. Just so we can start most games without on turn 1, it's just going to be fantastic. We could almost play Glacial Worm at this point. It's not the worst. It's just so big. Such a big guy. So here, I think we're going to take the Swift Maneuver. We can play it. Allows us like to win in combats. It's either that or like hate a card, but I'd just try to get another card for our deck that I would be willing to play. I don't really want to play Surging Might, so yeah, I'll take Swift Maneuver. Unfortunately, we had to pass the Squall Drifter, but fortunately we opened a Dark Depth, so I can't complain. So here, just take the Brawler. So I'm going to get a lot of these Task Mages, and if they can turn them on, we're gonna have a hard time beating them. Like, this card's like an A+, if you can turn it on, but you just gotta make sure you draft all the snow lands. Yeah. So take the Brawler. That's the point we have to make it cuts. I just cut Bullrox, just a 2-1 for 2. We don't really need it, we picked up 2 more Centaurs. Swift Maneuvers aren't that great. I think I'd rather have a couple combat tricks over just a random 2-1. And here we have another Bullrox. This guy's okay. The problem is, so it's 1-2 for 1. Every turn it gets an H counter to pay the upkeep. Then it taps to equal to its H counter's target attacking or blocking creature. So in the past, these kind of abilities are good, but the fact that this will eventually just die and they can just play around it by not attacking or blocking, there's no way like pressure opponent fast enough that matters. We'll just hate this Martyr of Ashes. We're not gonna play those cards. We have enough playables now. This one, Earthquakes. So like the white ones gain life, the green one's a pump spell, and this one just deals X damage to each creature without flying. So it's actually not bad. Pretty punishing to play against. So we could cut a Boreal Griffin for something. I think they're okay. They're just fine. Just being like a, for us, I think we're gonna have a Snow Mana enough where it's just gonna be a 3/2 flyer with first strike when you want to have first strike. Yeah, so our deck is okay. Ooh, it's another Spider or the Outrider. Outrider is just, it's fine. Let's see, which one's better, that or the Spider? We have one Spider, we have Flyers. I think, like, this is a better sideboard card. We have 2 power, 2 drops, so I don't have to worry about that too much. I'll sideboard it's the white sideboard card, so it prevents all damage that black and red sources would deal this turn for 1 white. So you can use it as a combat trick, or like if they have a lot of removal spells. I'll put this Javelin on our sideboard. So yeah, I think our deck turned out fine. Just as good as any green-white deck with 19 creatures is going to be. We got some solid ones, we got a couple of flyers, a couple of tricks, even though they're not pump spells. Yeah, I think it turned okay. We never saw, literally no more Surging Sentinels or Sound the Call. I might cut a Sound the Call for Bullrox, or actually no, we'll cut that for the Spider. Sound the Call is just so bad. It's a 2 for 3, and you never want to play those. Like, the Surging Sentinels just, at least is a 2-1 first strike. Put that Martyr of Ashes there. So, first strike, like you can see, there's a lot of smaller creatures. So, at least it can block. Yeah, our deck turned out fine. We might make the finals, might not, we'll have to see. And our last card is Jotun Grunt. Oh. So, there's no changes. Let me sort this by color just to double check. I don't want the 3rd Boreal Griffin. Only like thing we can change is whether or not I actually want Surging Sentinels, but 2-1 first strike isn't the worst. And we're not gonna play. I don't think we need to play Dark Depths. I mean, it's a nice little rub-in. You show your opponent, look what I got. I think you're gonna lose more often than not for having your deck, as opposed to just like playing a 3-mana 2-1. Yep, 7/7. Perfect mana. Alright, let's do this. Alright, it's our first match. I think our opponent may have disconnected during deck building at some point because we have an 80 card deck, and that's what happens is when you disconnect and it gets to time, it just puts all your cards in the deck and then gives you, I guess that'd be 35 lands. So, yeah, we'll see if we actually get to play. Yes, we'll have to play first. Alright, this hand's fine. No snow mana, no 1 or 2 drops. Can't complain. So unfortunately, our opponent never showed up. They were just disconnected the whole time. Or, yeah, so they never came back. We didn't get to play, but we're gonna play in the semifinals, so we'll see how that goes. And we're now in the semis, and we're on the draw. This hand's sweet. We can go turn 1 Boreal Druid, into turn 2 Unicorn Tapline, turn 3 Brawler. And we're gonna brawl. Alright, so our opponent played Martyr of Spores. That's the one where you can, the green Martyr, you can sacrifice the pumper creature. It's kind of like a game, because you don't have any green cards in their hand. We actually can't go Boreal Druid into Unicorn, because this isn't a green-white dual land. So don't play tap land. I think it's still better play the Druid turn 1. Even though we don't have a clear, like... A worst case, we just play this turn 4. So we're not going to block, obviously. I'll just take our 1. Yep. Alright, so here's a Centaur. Doesn't have snow mana yet. Drew a 4, so we can play Brawler next turn. Will just be a turn off of the Griffin, like turn 5, which is fine. Like initiating this, so he has to use the Martyr, and then next turn we could play the Brawler, which we could discard a land to, and he doesn't have any snow mana yet, so it's not sure if you can pump it. And he didn't reveal any cards. Oh, yes, he did. He revealed Frostweb Spider, yet it did not show it. That's really interesting. Ooh, Arctic in the show. That card's great. So we really don't want to discard a land card. Well, I guess we will if we have to. Okay. So let's come down to coin flips. Yep, try and play our tap land and say go. Hopefully we win this. Oh, he won the flip. No. Alright, so we lost our guy. So we definitely can't discard our land here. We can swift maneuver our Brawler and block. That's not unreasonable. He has his own Brawler. Let's just leave up swift maneuver. Because I feel like he wins both flips, so it's really bad for us. Because they can kill this. Lost a flip. Lost a flip. So I get to kill his Centaur. Alright, so I trade my Boreal Druid for a Centaur. But if he attacks, I wouldn't mind blocking and eating it. Yeah. The next turn we played Nashoba. It's so big. And after that we can basically... Oh, he took my Sound the Call. Jerk, I never even saw that one. So I don't think I saw it. Let's see, do we want to attack first? Because this guy's so big, I don't think there's any way to kill it from out of red-green that easily. And he didn't pump that. Could have got blown out. But he's been missing land drops, so the chance of him actually having a land to discard are very low. So that's just going to be so big, going to be hard to deal with. Protection from snow. Pay green to keep it alive. Yes. Ooh. So it's a triple block in order to... I think we're just going to go like this. We're just going to... Oh, protection from snow. That's a snow enchantment. We can't even do that. That's unfortunate. Let's see if he triple blocks. If not, we can get him. Ooh, okay, we got him. It's not a snow creature, otherwise that'd be really bad. Yeah. So that's good for us. Next turn we can still play the Griffin, even after playing the upkeep cost. Another one, jeez. So we'll pay that. I'm actually going to Shackles this guy, just so we can attack. And so next turn I have to pay 3 for this. I'm going to play this guy anyways, even though it's going to die quickly. I don't want to just pass with like 4 mana. We're not going to be able to play anything. I'll let him attack with his Royal Druid if he wants to. It's on the stack. Pay 3. Yep. So as a block something else, it'll probably just... Yeah, I think we were okay attacking with the Shoba. Once we get something for it, we'll get this Hulk. And we get to gain 6 life, so that's good. I'm going to play our Centaur. So we're in good shape. We have basically a couple of 3/3s against his 2/2 and a 1/3. Ooh, black mana. A third Hulk, jeez. Yeah, we'll pay that. Luckily we got this Spirit Bear, that's not a snow creature. Right? Yeah. So we're doing okay. We're ahead in life. We're going to get 3 birds here in a turn. We can't quite get through this spider, but we'll see. So go. And next turn we'll also get a play the Griffin. That can get through the spider. So we got the lizard. So auto yield to this because it's never gonna matter. I guess we'll play land. We can add a counter to the Spirit Bear. So doing okay. It's kind of like with a lot of older sets, just kind of board gets clogged up. Can't really do anything about it. Send in the Griffin. So, if we play a land, we can add 3 counters a turn, right? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll just do that. No reason not to. Eventually he's going to have the chump block with the spider, and then we can send in the bird tokens. Yeah, okay, you're taking 5. We could, like, this would eat a lot of counters, but, like, we're at 23, that's not a big deal. He's going to have to kill this pretty soon. Counter. Counter. We might have to block it next turn. He's already at 8. If he keeps us alive, like all his mana's gonna be tied up pretty much. I'll have 2 mana. I just let die. Okay. I wonder if he has another thing he can cast this turn. Oh, we just conceded. Okay. He wasn't dead. But this bear is pretty sweet. Holds down the fort pretty well. Let's go to sideboarding. So we just saw green and red creatures. We want luminescence. Is this all graveyards? It is. So we play, it gets pumped by his, and so does his. He gets pumped too. These are pretty good. Maybe I want the third one. Just because flyers seem great against him. And cut our Frostweb Spider. Maybe a Mana Elf. No, without Mana Dorks. We'll cut a Spider. I don't think any flyers. He's red-green. I don't know if there's any flyers in this format with red or green. There's a red dragon, but obviously that 1/3 Spider isn't going to do much against that. I can keep this. No elf, unfortunately. How unlucky. He had a Boreal Druid. Play a spider, okay. Another snow-covered land. So probably take a couple points. Maybe we can play our spider, which can block all this stuff. Just trying to land so far. But at least we cast our spells. We're gonna hit our Neshoba on 6. Okay, there's Boreal Centaur. Ooh, let me get a cast Griffin on 5. Oh, he opened a Dark Depths too, okay. Let's see if I was wrong, see if it actually is good. So he can remove 1 counter if he does enough, like if he keeps open 3 mana. Scred. Ugh. Yep, can't block that. I want to hold the Owlkeeper till a little bit later. Owlkeeper's gonna be good against Merit Lodge. If it does happen, it'll give us a lot of time. Only 2 cards in hand. We can remove 2 counters a turn now. Yuck. Let's see if he wants to pump. So we're finally gonna start attacking. That's going to apply a lot of pressure. So I think we have to play the Outkeeper here, even though we're going to have conflicting Komodo Outkeeps. We'll see what happens. We have drawn a lot of lands. So, let's see what happens. He just took that though, like a champ. We could play the Unicorn, but I want hold up Swift Maneuver because I can block his Centaur. Down to 5. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. So we're sending the flyer and the 6/6. That's fine. Prevent 2 damage to it now. And we'll just play a Unicorn. I have no reason to hold up mana anymore. Let's remove 1 counter, putting it down to 4, and he should be dead. You gotta draw a card. Woo! There's 1 card in hand. Let's see. Woo! We got there. Alright, so we were able to win that match, and we're on to the finals. Alright, we're in the finals. We're on the draw. This hand's fine. 2-drop, 3-drop trick. We don't have snow mana yet. But yeah, this hand's great. Another green deck. Another Boreal Druid. So many Boreal Druids. It is a small set, and there's 3 packs of it, so like the commons go around. See them all the time. Into the north, okay. Let's see what his other color is. Blue-black dual land. Alright, interesting. Still not a snow source, but it is a 4th mana. So it's like green-black. Zombie Mush. This has snow land walk. So once you play a snow land, we can't block it anymore. Let's play our 2/1 first strike. No, not that cool. And then you can generate it for snow mana. It's fine. Simian Brawler. Yep, take our 2. Because he has snow swamps. And there's our snow mana. Probably gonna have to play that. So he has to discard 2 lands. If we double block, he has to discard 2 lands to eat our guys. Let's risk it. Let's see what happens. Quest for a Generation. Okay. There's one land. Oh, he had it. Dang it. He got pretty flooded this game. So it's kind of like a 2 for 2, though it was just 2 lands. That's unfortunate. Ooh, that's a great draw. We're just gonna play that. Not play our Snowland and say go. Might be worth it to play it. Just a 2/3 that's unblockable. But, like, Snowman is an essential to our plan. Even though we have 2 Snowman cards in our hand. Okay, yeah, don't feel compelled to do that anymore. Player Flyer, and hopefully this is going to be good enough. We eventually just draw a Boreal Druid and never have to play our Arctic Flats to get Snow Mana. Oh, this looks bad. 6 mana? What's this? Voidmaw Trample. If another creature would die, exile it instead. If a card exiled Voidmaw. Oh, so it's a processor, basically. Okay. That's fine. I think we'll just attack for 3. Keep our lands in our hand for the Brawler. And play the RYANCRABBS. So yeah, so everything that dies now just gets exiled. And then you can eat them. I think we're going to block with the Iron Foot and the Brawler. He has a removal spell here, it's going to be pretty, like, insane for him. Nope. Oh, we could have saved the Brawler. Definitely should have. After I just realized that he ordered it as the first blocker. That's not the end of the world. Yeah, he's trying to do something still in combat. Oryak Herd, jeez, okay. Let's see if he has another herd. He does, yuck. Okay, so there's our Snow Mana. Can we attack? Yeah, I think so. We have the Swift Maneuver. Comes the herd. Another one. Jeez, 3. Okay. That's really good. Let's see if he sent it in. It's better if he waits. Yeah. Ooh, okay, that was a good draw. Give this first strike, that doesn't matter. Alright, I think we hold off. Let's see if he has a 4th. Alright, so we can just eat the Bull Aurochs. So we can put that there. And let's double block here. Give him first strike. I think we save our guy. Let's see what he does. With these both swift maneuvers, I think it's worth it. So we don't lose anything. We just take 6. He still has 2 Bull Aurochs. But we can hopefully navigate this. Ooh, the Feast of Flesh. If he doesn't have a land for the other Bull Auroch, I think it'd be better just to play Bull Auroch. That card's, it's the black one. It gets better for each one you played before. So we just definitely need to draw creatures, but we have 3 draws this turn, so... Ooh, okay, that's perfect. Okay, yeah, so draw for turn. And we'll go ahead and shackle here. And we can attack. So he's on a 4-turn clock. We know one of the cards in his hand. So make sure I never play Snowland, because he's only mushers. Ooh, Oran Viper, that's a pretty good one. It's a 1/3 for 3 that has Death Touch, basically. And then when it hits the opponent, you get to draw a card. I think we're still just going to attack. This is our best route to victory. And the Druid's pretty poor. Just tap into. There's like a SWAT. Oh, Grim Harvest. That's pretty good. Luckily, we're going to gain some life off this Nishoba. There's the Void Maw. I'm just going to take this now. I was going to trade, but trading isn't good anymore because of this. So yeah, let him draw some cards. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us. Oh, I didn't activate this either, but it's not relevant this turn at least, luckily. Geez, all Source Riders. What do you exile? Bull Aurochs, Rimhorn Aurochs. Okay, interesting. So yes, we'd like to pay. Snowland, we are not going to play. Look, this card doesn't have trample, it's just a 6/6, like it's just big. And if we Just get in there a couple more times. He hasn't drawn a lot of lands in a while, so hopefully he just draws lands off this Viper. So let's do that. So don't forget that again. Ooh, okay, that's great. So just gonna eat this, jump block this. He has some kind of trick, like kill our creature, pump his guy. We still gain 4 life, and we just have to live like one more turn. Hopefully draw a creature. This is not first strike or trample, it's just big. Yeah, okay. So he has to pay for Grim Harvest or it gets exiled. Which is not relevant at this point. Alright, which he is. Let's draw a card. Nothing, okay. So pay the upkeep. Attack for 3. Keeper's fine draw here. So maybe the Griffin's just great. Especially, we just had our 2 opponents who actually played against. They just had a lot of things on the ground. So the Void Maw comes back. Ooh, that's really good. Oh man, what are we gonna do about that? So you can pump that 2 times. Oh, I didn't activate. I kind of want to block this turn anyways. Let's see, he has 2 cards in hand, one's probably a land. One's the Void Maw. He has 4 blockers back. So 1 gets through, it would just be the elf. We do this. Yeah, that's fine. So the plan here is just to stay alive until we have until we get 3 counters on the Owl Keeper. Then we can just hit him with everything. So we don't have Snowman anymore, unfortunately. So he didn't pay, just got exiled, okay. Oh yeah, 'cause he needs mana for this. It's not guaranteed we actually win anymore. Into the north. The last card is Void Maw, which you can't play. Ooh, that's a... Oh, I don't have Snowman now. So I say that's a bad... Okay. Yeah, I guess we're taking it. Just really need to draw spells. We just haven't really drawn spells. So pay for that. It's not a spell. That's Chilling Shade. Pretty much lost to it. Let's see. Double Zombie Musher 2 really punished us. So we can't use the shackles anymore. We don't have any pump spells. I think. Do I have anything to get through? Man, I really wish we like just could have Snowman. That'd be so much easier. Guess that's what we do. Yep. So his draws a land. Really tight game. Just the Chilling Shade just shut us down. And the Zombie Mushers. Oh, and this turns off all the Owl Keeper, so like we don't get a line. And we just drew lands. That's unfortunate. Alright, let's go to sideboarding. That would have bought some time. We still haven't seen Juniper Order Ranger, and that card's great. Alright, so I think we want the last Griffin. We'll cut the Spider. Spider didn't really do anything. Alright, let's try it again. Yes, we'd like to play first. Alright, still covered forest. We'll see if that bites us. We do have a turn 2 Ironfoot. That's awesome. And then a turn 4 Griffin. Hopefully that's good enough. We shall see. There's a lot of damage coming fast. Into the north. If we had like another, if this was a different Snowland or another green mana, we could attack with both. But I want to be able to untap the Ironfoot on his turn. Mushers, okay. So we're on a clock. So is our opponent. He didn't show like any like ways to get rid of flyers. So we'll see what happens. And if he wants to... Oh, Deathmark. Yuck. Luckily we got 2 more of those where those came from. Ooh, that's good against us too, jeez. That's really annoying. Ooh, we can mess that guy up though. We can make it block our elf. Another into the north, it's perfect mana. Oop, nope, he's not doing that. Okay. Okay. Just enough to regenerate. So draw a land, we can untap this and attack and play our Polar Bear, which we did. Snowman doesn't really work that well in Magic Online. You have to tap the lands first, like, no matter what. So he's taking 3 here. Oh. Oh yeah, it's each other Auroch. Yeah, so he doesn't pump himself, unfortunately. So we actually have a chance of winning this game. And luckily for us, this Auroch kind of screws up his Crusader. We get enough mana, we can also just like force both these guys to block an elf. So we get in for all our dudes. Ooh, yuck. That's bad. Let's do that. That's how it works. Target creature blocks target creature this turn of Fable. Okay. Doesn't get first strike, it just, yeah, flies and regenerates. Or not regenerates, just flies and pumps. Can't really attack unless he has something else, which he doesn't. Let's untap this guy. Let's add our mana first. That doesn't really help us. Let's see, we can hit him for 6. Like, we make him block. This has to block this. And then he just blocks 1. Yeah, I think that's good enough. So lame. Boop, boop. We just need to draw snow mana, and we can just kill him. Well, if we had a pump spell, it'd be pretty good here too, because it says trample. Yep, it regenerates. Could cycle the swift maneuver. Might have some value. Opponent saying anything, so he's probably one more land in his deck. So it looks like he's a little flooded. Ooh, we got there. But we cannot do it quite yet. Yeah, we'll just say go. So draws, if he has a creature this turn, we're in bad shape. Hold on. the worst shape. Ugh, okay. Oh, no! He gets to... Can we counter that? Oh, no. Okay, oh, interesting. Oh, that was a perfect top deck, holy moly. Okay. Yep. Just gonna attack with both our guys, and he doesn't have to block. Oh, did I do it wrong again? Jeez. So we can double block the... Oh, he's not going to. Okay, cool. I'm actually really happy about that. So we get to eat his Aurochs. We just need to draw Shackles. Oh no. Oh, it's so bad. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we just need to draw Shackles and we're okay. I think I should cycle this Swift Maneuver. Yes. That was a great draw. So we just need to let this guy live for 2 turns. We're not pretty low. We can just jump block the riders at some point. And also our Nishoba will give us life. Let's do this right. Let's tap the mana first, and activate. Okay. Yes. So we're just gonna play this other Griffin. So as long as we block the riders, I don't think there's a way we can die. And he hasn't shown a way to deal with this Griffin yet. Now we have 2 of them. Please don't have Soul Spike. Okay, I just another Auroch herd. Okay. This guy's any Auroch? Oh yeah, wow, holy crap. It's pretty good when you have that many. So we're just gonna block a bunch and not die. How does that sound? He even has no cards in his hand. Just make sure we don't misclick, and we're fine. Let's give that first strike. So we have to remove three counters. Alright. All formalities, just in case something crazy happens, even though he has no cards in hand. There's our Broil Druid just on time, and then it's the Griffins and the game. Alright, okay, we won. His deck's really good, but we can win. Back to sideboarding. We could sideboard and Chills the Bone, but just like a crapshoot if we get like the mana for it. Yeah, I don't think I want anything else. Just I kind of want to draw Juniper Order Ranger. That card's insane. Let's see what happens. We're on the draw, put a mulligan. I think that's mulligan. If we had a green source, we'd definitely keep it. We'll mulligan. Ugh. Alright, this hand's a lot better. That card's terrible against him. So hopefully we can just kill him with this Brawler and this Auriok. It's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, we haven't mulligan yet. Can't complain. It's the north, okay. Man, if we had turn 1 Forest, turn 1 Druid into turn 2 Ironfoot. Another into the north. Okay, nothing yet. We're just gonna play the Brawler. It's fine by me. Nothing else. No land, no creature. Play Griffin. Oh, Viper's gonna be pretty good for him. I think we're just gonna trade our Ironfoot for the Viper. I don't want him to draw cards. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. At least we can trade for the first ones. Yeah, I'm definitely trading now that he played that. Unfortunately for us, he did draw one of those like mini Auriok herds, so it's be really hard to win. We put up a good fight. If we draw Nashoba, we could still be okay. Basically, just depends on the top of our deck at this point, because he's gonna play one of these for the next couple turns. Trade off now. I think it's reasonable. Like, because the prevent 2 damage trick is one of our draws, but it's not going to work because it'll be a 5/4. So we didn't draw. I think we're dead now that we missed that turn. Still, if he had drawn Nashoba, could be okay. Their only attack is 5/4s at this point. So he gets a little buddy Auriok. Ooh, that's nasty. Oh, he skipped through his attack. Oh, that was a great draw. So we might have a chance now because he skipped his attack. Really want to draw just Nashoba. That's the best draw by far. Ooh, okay. Okay. It's good for us because we gotta kill one now, and we're gonna take less damage next turn. So take 6. You draw a creature. Oh, we're 1 mana short now. Oh no! Losing both our mana elves and... Oh, we drew the best card in our deck, so we take 4, 7... We're taking 13, and they even drew the flyer. Jeez. Man. We did mold in a 5. We put a pretty good fight. We were really close. But we can't be unhappy. Made it to the finals, made it to game 3. So that was a little bit taste of a Coldsnap draft. We never drew the Jumper Order Ranger, and that card's fantastic. But we opened a Dark Depths, and we got our value back. Alright, thanks for watching.